And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta for what will be the last part of this stream, which is actually the 7th part of the stream. So we've already been streaming for 5.5 hours, if you're watching this on YouTube. And we're going to go ahead and confirm assignments and let some time pass.
Lending my expertise.
So right now we're waiting for these new HABs to come online and their solar power. That should provide us with more research. It's also going to provide us some more influence. So Devolved Space Command is done. So I can work up to Admin Tower. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Media Hub wouldn't be a bad idea either. Oh, bonus to purge. Yeah, I should probably take the bonus to purge. I'm purging frequently enough as is.
Things are stabilizing.
Order is returning.
Violence is abating.
And I didn't care about the fact that she was in custody. We cut her.
Violence is abating.
So she cut herself last stream. Oh, and that sabotage put us over the limit again. Mission control. Let me grab another 2 in the AU. And yeah, we're waiting for mission control. We got 7 op centers being built. We're working towards the tech for command centers. Global tech, that's fleet logistics? Fleet logistics. June. Soon. And we've got that one locked in. Getting pretty close to being locked in. Interplanetary. We're actually behind on phase array lasers. So they may be able to pick something weird after that one.
Removing our enemies.
Standing by for orders. Where to? We'll turn down the heat.
I'm here. We'll turn down the heat.
Slowly the government's improving. Doesn't improve very fast. When you're, well, how many investment points do we have? We have 10.9. We don't have very many in the African Union. Comparison to the Gulf, which has 16.5, 30.5, 16.5. Yeah, so that sort of gives you the difference between Gulf or the Eurasian Union and the Gulf Union here. Although we're paying all the upkeep for that army, right? Why that's that way? Okay.
I'm here.
Reporting in.
What's the op?
Augment.
At
We're
your
gonna give
service.
you your command max. Command is 25, so we'll give you one last command. Some of our councilors are getting a little close to complete. Which I suppose is sort of a good thing.
Lending my expertise.
New orbital core. And does that come to the power plant? I think the answer is yes. Yes, the solar panel is online. There we go. In theory, a bunch more science. Bigger multipliers. We're over 50 on all of them, so we're at diminishing returns level with all of them, I think. And the farm in the ops center obviously isn't done. We moved from July to June, so yeah, pretty good improvement.
Things are cooling off.
Things are cooling off.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We lost their trail.
Oh, the crackdown failed. Critically failed. Oof. Get a +2 to the purge just before we're about to do the purge move, so that'll actually help. Money cost to direct investment. Yeah, we probably want to do that sooner rather than later, so let's grab that. And 1 and 3. Could be worse.
Our associates are now in charge.
Okay, the purge succeeded, so we're back in control. Uganda.
Standing by for orders.
What regions of the African Union can I peacefully interact with? Zambia. Although that's held by the resistance, so that's probably not a good target. Benin. It's claimed by no one at the moment. Okay. So Benin's a good target.
Establishing control.
For the next expand.
Where to?
And then we confirm silence and let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
And we're trying to improve the GDP in the African Union. It's not working very well. We might literally have to fix climate change before we can fix Africa.
Violence is abating.
The people will come to our side.
Okay, there's the farms. For those 7 halves.
Our presence is growing.
We are taking over.
Okay. And if we add that, I'll add another 25 million to the African Union. Although we've Well, okay, so we're at 7 stability from cohesion. Partially from the geographic population distribution, which I don't think is actually going to get any worse. We've got about as far south as they're going to go in Africa, and about as far west as they're going to go in Africa, and about as far east as they're going to go in Africa, so I imagine that's about as bad as it's
Ready
going
to
to
go.
go.
Ready for my mission.
Unless something's changed, it's more science with you. Yeah, more mining. We'll do an org management to put that in the reserve, but yeah, we'll do an org management in the reserve, but that's not necessarily going to go on anyone anytime soon. And yeah, we're definitely not struggling for control points. Partially because of Africa takes so much active use to do anything with, that I'm not off doing things elsewhere. Like if we went to China, that would probably take a bunch of effort and control points. We'd have to boost control points quite a bit.
Standing by for orders.
Okay, Somalia is another target.
Ready for
how
my
hard
mission?
would that be without any public campaigning? Probably with public campaigning.
Making our case.
A couple turns.
Where do you need me?
There's adaptive city modeling. I'm going to do directed focus here. Yeah, we're going to do directed focus here for the ability to spend more if we want to. We're looking at June 1st for fleet logistics. And I think fleet logistics, if we can get the project behind that, will definitely help a bunch. The mission control.
Lending my expertise.
Strategic deception. Somehow we haven't gotten to total war yet. I'm surprised. So I suppose we can take that tech and delay it a little bit longer. I don't expect it's going to be much longer that we delay it for.
Violence is abating.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Order is returning.
We've moved the needle.
The people will come to our side.
Aliens are expanding their space presence. Officers gun sight. They'll do particle weapons damage. in the fights where we have that, the sooner we can bring the weapons offline to the internal damage, the more the kinetics get through. A couple more, cycle or two more there. Confirm assignments, let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
Things are stabilizing.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, so we now got another megafauna over there. And we just finished killing that one, so it's time to move these guys westward.
Things are cooling off.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We have moved the needle.
Directed focus is done. Let's pick this up trying to find freedom fighters. If I can get freedom fighters, we might do the end of China and start trying to disassemble China. Well, also to disassemble it to reassemble it sort of situation. Looking at 14th of May for fleet logistics. Singapore has its space defenses. Singapore is small enough that it's worth actually putting space defenses in, if you're planning on keeping it at Singapore. You don't want Singapore getting nuked if you're using it. The way I'm using it, at least. Yeah, I'm going to put a little bit into environment. The EU start trying to reduce its contribution to environmental change. That'll help out with Africa indirectly by lowering the rate that the GDP decline grows. Get a little more funding like so. And then, yeah, let's firm assignments and let more time pass. We can check when the operation centers are done. 2nd of June, so not much longer.
Lending my expertise.
Things are cooling off.
We've moved the needle.
Things are stabilizing.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The simple truth is that any spaceship is just a large metal balloon filled with air. Once pierced, it has lost all its wonder. Colonel Hans Castillo, Fundamentals of Orbital Warfare.
There we go. So phased array lasers complete. Protectorate invested the most, so they were able to choose the next thing, and they went for networked global defense.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Okay, nothing that we're necessarily worried about right now. Fleet logistics is about to end. We really do want that.
Sure, I've seen those shows too. All those starships politely doing whatever some distant admiral tells them to do. All those worlds quietly minding their own business. It's all a dream, boy. Nothing but a foolish dream. Colonel Hans Castillo, personal correspondence.
Okay, so we completed fleet logistics, we invested the most. Get to pick the follow-up. Could move to Titans, but I think with the weapon deployments we're using right now, Titans isn't necessarily that much of an improvement. The kinetics don't benefit from it, because really it's just, I think it's one more slot on the frontal cannon for the kinetic version of our ships. For the Lancers, we get more battery slots, which I suppose we can kind of mix and match, right? We could put some kinetics on those or put more point defense or whatever. Not necessarily what we're wishing for. Could do space tourism. Let's do space tourism. Let's get that done and dusted at this point. It'll be done pretty quickly. Not even going to probably be in the next... Well, might be in the next counselor cycle when it finishes. That's how quickly it'll be. And we're waiting for some discoveries. There's 2 projects we want that can now be discovered.
Where I come from, we have Zeph culture. It means you're poor, but you got style. If we want this thing to make money, we need to Zeph this place up. If we put in enough windows, we can serve people cat food and have them sleep on shipping crates. The less we spend, the more we earn. Hey? Chairman Soren van Wyk, recording submitted as evidence in the Pyrefest Solar Hotel lawsuit.
There we go. So space tourism is done. I can probably stick with the current fusion drive line for the moment. Don't need to rush to something else. Titans I don't really need right now. We'll want it eventually. Let's actually double check the tech tree. What do I want? Obviously, at some point we go up to climate change, proton, terawatt fusion. I don't think we're doing antimatter this time. Although I could about face and decide we're doing antimatter, but I think we're gonna stay away from it. We did it last time. We're not doing heavy pulsed. I think there was a short, brief period last time we were doing H Orion last time. Vision pulse, I need electromagnetic propulsion. So that's the torpedoes. If we wanted to stick to torpedoes, that's where we'd go down. And then there's the Helicon drive. We went grid drive for that portion of the game. Yeah, I suppose it's working up the fusion line. More and more fusion for improved GDP growth. And/or clean energy so we can do the environmentalism stuff. Okay. So Accelerado is that direction, or it's deuterium. I'll do deuterium because we can actually potentially get a drive upgrade off of this. I don't think I'm that worried about the green phaser batteries. Command center. Yes, that is one of them that we want. You'll have to be a little bit careful doing the upgrades because we're so close to our cap already. But every time we do that, that's going to take us from 4 to 10 at the spot. But we have got to upgrade the base from its level 2, which is 3, to level 4, which is 4, or level 3, which is 4. And while upgrading, it's taking it offline, so we have costs go up by 1, supply go down by 4, to get a +6 bonus in the long run. So we're going to be a little bit careful when I do that transition. Although, maybe doing that sooner rather than later is actually a decent plan. May, June... I think we'll wait until one of these finishes. We'll slide that in as the replacement. "34 days and put you in the Federation. You are probably public campaigned enough.
Ready.
I can start the Crackdown
Targeting
Purge.
your center of power.
Where to?
Reporting in. We'll make our appeal.
Lending my expertise.
We've moved the needle.
Okay. That public
Things
campaign
are
is still going
cooling
well.
off.
Keeping the
The
insurgency
people will come
minimalized
to
there.
our side.
Point defense phaser turrets, we're definitely going to want that. Green phaser cannon. I'll set that as a favorite. Probably actually want the green phaser or green arc cannon for like earth clearing. Tourist birth we want. Well, either of the hospitals. We're gonna
We
get one
have
of those up to
neutralized
tier
their
3.
key people.
Back down. Successful. Okay. And our HABs of our operations centers have come online. So now I've got 28 extra ops. So let's start the process at Mercury of leveling these guys up to 3. Okay, there we go. So then we've got 17 left. So I'll have to be a little, as I said, we'll have to be a little careful as we do the upgrades. Because every time I upgrade one, we're going to lose 4 capacity for the duration of the upgrade to get 10 capacity when it's done. Although the closer we get to having it all done, obviously the quicker and looser we can be with getting it going faster. Okay, we're going to replace you with Command Center, which will be done 9th of October. guerrilla warfare finished. We're gonna follow that up with some of the Xeno research. I'm gonna pick up Ferrocite resistance. Oh, it wasn't the one we were trying to fight. That's probably up here somewhere. Yeah, it was up there somewhere. The armies up here are set to go hunt them down. Whereas the ones down here are manually controlled.
Our people have taken control.
Oh, coup d'etat. Okay. And they're our rival, so we can just declare on them, I suppose. Send the troops in that way. Although I don't really want to send the troops in right now. Yeah. Okay, so we can just do Control Nation, take control of the 2 points real quickly.
I'm here. Establishing control.
Standing by.
Of October. We need them upgraded anyway to do that upgrade. Okay, so we could do with it being a little bit earlier because October is after August. I think August, September, November? September, October, November. Yeah, so it's like a month or two afterwards. Assignments, let some time pass. Ultraviolet phaser cannons. Yeah, we'll set this as a favorite because
Lending my expertise.
when we have the time to contemplate building ships with that, we'll be wanting it done. There we go, there's another one we want done. Independent commands. Total cost of our ships reduced 15%. They're coming to Ramsey Station, so we will have to respond. 4 ships, that's a mistake for them. Yep, definitely a mistake. Yeah, they got there. They destroyed the defense module. And then we were caught between the station and the relief fleet.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Order is returning.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Local economic boom. Good times roll. So this is also... Oh, we got cooed out of Benin. It's going to be easy to get back in, but apparently the hard part is going to be keeping ourselves in it long enough to add it to the nation. Without random coups. Okay. So the Mars locations, we got that core there. Okay, so we got an op center. I think we got the power, probably upgrade that, so it's gonna be fine. You're good, you're good, you're good. Do I want to take the mines offline to upgrade them? Yeah, I think I'm good enough on the current resources that I want to invest in future nobles. You can see how much of these are worth in nobles. That we're just losing 1 a day in nobles everyone we're upgrading. The duration of the upgrade. Although after the upgrade, that means we're going to be getting like 1/3 of a noble a day per location, so it's an extra noble a day. Yeah, the Resistance has the rest. Resistance has the rest over here. I may at some point need to be a little careful about who has stations. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful about the Protectorate stations, but they've only got the 1 hab, and the things that we're concerned about them having on that hab, they don't have yet. That's good to see.
Mission is a no-go.
That was quick.
Mission abort. Your orders? Taking control.
Ready for orders.
Okay. And yeah, I think we just hit confirm and let a little bit more time pass. We're waiting for Command Center to come complete. Parasite Resistance is actually next year. After Command Center, we'll probably follow that up with... what's in here? Admin Tower, although probably do want Admin Tower at some point. Or is it space? It might have been space. No, it's not Admin Tower Shelters. We had it. Pretty sure I clicked favoriting. Or did I? Or was it military? I'm just thinking which wrong. There it is. Independent commands. Okay, independent commands are pretty expensive, 50k. Although 15% more mission control is real nice. Well, actually, technically it's 15% less cost, which is also real nice. Because it's... although it's on ships and not habs, right? So it's the cheaper of our two components. We'll go from 137 to like 122 or something like that. 15, 16 something savings.
Lending my expertise.
Oh, someone wants to get ejected from the solar system. Don't you have the Delta V to actually stop them, or go to their source and get rid of them? But we can deny them the station by getting there first. Damage control, energy weapons, build 1% faster. On board, build 1% faster. When the time comes, we're going to be wanting to build fast. What's the upgrade of these has more Delta V, right? Might be a situation where I need to slowly do the upgrade. Yeah. Yeah. Five at a time, we'll do the upgrade.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Violence is abating.
The people will come to our side.
Bold disaster, send teams in to assist.
Our supporters are in place.
We have got our people in place.
Rested cohesion is -3. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think they're particularly stable. I don't think they're particularly stable at all.
Ready for my mission. Terminating the opposition.
Ready for orders. Going after their people.
Command. Espionage. Bestie, I suppose, on you. Science is also tempting. Okay. Then we're gonna confirm assignments. I think we're gonna go one more counselor cycle here, and then we're gonna bring this part and this stream to a close.
Lending my expertise.
New ring core at low mercury orbit. Yeah, unless I'm going to build a second power plant. I need to wait until the ops center jiggle, and then I'll do a bunch of upgrading at the same time, so we don't have to worry about turning the whole power off when we upgrade the power plant. Yeah. Diamonds from the sky. We have completed our preparations to extract a large quantity of diamonds from Mercury's surface. Our strategic plan has presented us with two possibilities going forward. As an alloy triple carbon, these diamonds have many useful applications for our space efforts, and it could be more efficient to simply integrate them directly into our space industries. The more traditional option is to begin shipping them to Earth as previously planned, where we will undoubtedly corner this lucrative market for ourselves. So gain 20,000 volatiles in space, and get a monthly income of 100. Or begin shipping the output to Earth. Gain 20,000 money. Unlock the event the diamond market crashes. Gain 100 monthly income. I think I'll take the volatiles. We can reserve the output for our own space programs. Because this doesn't involve a potential market crash later on. And I don't need the money that badly.
One would think that the master most despised is the one who stands over us, whip in hand. But no, it is the unseen and distant master, issuing his uncaring edicts from afar, whom we most yearn to overthrow. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee on CNN.
Okay, so interplanetary politics is done. Humanity first, which is us investing the most. We get to pick the next one. Suppose we'll work on. Oh, put Accelerado up next. Again, more increases per GDP or per capita GDP whenever we complete that economy effect, and it's required for a bunch of the fusion power improvements.
The people will come to our side.
Things are stabilizing.
We've moved the needle.
Crackdown complete.
Okay, we got rid of one in Europe. Independent Habs. Also be wanting that. That'll actually be stronger than the independent commands. Because we got more Habs than we got ships at the moment. Extinguishers. This is the refits completing. We'll do more refits, so another batch of 3s into 4s. So we got an alien assault ship launching towards Earth. So the aliens are attempting to land on Earth again. They are bringing 2 assault carriers, 4 other ships. We'll have 18 ships waiting for them, and they're more than a year out. So unless something, well, if something goes wrong, we might not have enough ships to stop them. There's a decent possibility I won't just have 18 ships by then. Because I'm thinking we're going to be ready with, or going to swap over to starting to build those battleships. One of the Dreadnoughts and the Lancers for Earth defense. And then we'll really have a welcoming party for them. Well, that reminds me, let's set an alarm for ourselves. For no reason other than we probably won't be facing them in this stream. That'll be next stream. I might need the reminder for next stream. That's far enough into next stream that I might forget.
cracking down.
Standing by.
Standing by. Targeting the opposition.
Oh, I'm at this point where... No, you still want to probably be the correct. Okay.
Targeting their key
Or-
people.
It doesn't matter. They're both 25-25. So whoever goes first doesn't really matter.
Removing
As long
our
as,
enemies.
as long as one does one, the one does the other. Okay, so we're trying to get rid of that megafauna. We're definitely having to deal with a bunch of alien megafauna in Africa. And then, yeah, this is the state of our techs. We definitely have more projects I need to do than globals. The globals are starting to reach the point where, yeah, there's a couple, especially for us going to the aliens, right? Going to the aliens, we're going to probably want to work all the way up to proton-proton fusion. And then once we're up at proton-proton fusion, taking the diversion over to climate change mitigation is not too hard, right? But yeah, other than we're not, well, we don't have the mission control to go chase after the aliens yet. And climate change, we can probably pass on. You know, not too worried for that. So a lot of the really valuable ones we've just about finished. Yeah, I think the really valuable ones are just about finished. Genies has Methuselah therapies, so that's more lifespan. I suppose technically if I just go faster, we don't need that. So I maybe don't need to focus much on globals. The minor one investment on there just to keep things going, I think it's worth going. At some point we might want to just turn up the home projects. And I could definitely invest more gears. I could get more gears going in space to get more multipliers there. And yeah, I think we got pretty secure control over our orbits. Especially Mercury. I'm most concerned about Earth. Although Mars would probably be another place where we could get some pretty good benefits from getting a bigger fleet. And yeah, space resources are looking good. We got good water, good volatiles, good metal. Nobles look pretty bad right now, but that's because we're upgrading the mercury mines. All the mercury mines are offline. And the mercury mines are the difference between 1 and 4. And they're going to be like 33% better, because we're going to get 50% more of base. So yeah, we're going to be up in 6s and 7s in the nobles. So really the only resource we're struggling with is Viziles, exotics, and mission control. But if we do it right, mission control is something we can kind of spam. And I think that's the direction we're going. We're going to spam out a bunch of mission control at Mercury, and once I get the Earth's defense fleet up, we're going to basically take over Leo, and then that's going to be a bunch of mission control. Sort of indirectly, because in Leo, you're going to want to put the control towers, so the admin towers. Admin nodes, the tier 1 doesn't do any mission control, but the tier 2 does 1, the tier 3 does 2, which will offset it. If we've got space in Leo, I'll probably also put op centers there. They won't be quite as power efficient as they would be at Mercury. But that's fine, we don't need them to be power efficient. I can pay a little bit extra for power. And we might start putting fusion, for example, in Earth orbit. It's not quite as optimal price-wise as doing it farther out. Not because fusion gets more valuable, because solar gets more valuable, right? So we're in an ideal space for solar, idealer space for solar than it is for fusion. But still, we can do fusion in Leo, get a bunch of stuff going. And yeah, as far as the world is concerned, here is everyone's resources. So you can see that we're doing good in space. The initiative is actually probably number 2 in space, followed by the resistance. Resistance makes sense. We're leaving the resistance alone. We have an on-aggression pact. And then as far as global population, space is up to 71,000. So space is growing pretty quickly. And let's do a comparison on fleet size. We haven't really started building up the fleets yet. Aliens are just short of 40,000 at 39.1k fleet size. We're probably the biggest at 1.3 So the aliens are like 30, almost 40 times bigger than us. Yeah, we're the biggest. They got 800. Oh no, we're tied to the Resistance. We're about tied with the Resistance. I probably have better ships than the Resistance, but the Resistance is tied with us. So yeah, all of humanity. Oh, this is all the factions one after another. That's not the math I wanted to do. Okay, I can't get a sum of all the factions. I have to do the mental math. But yeah, what we can do is we're scrolling through here. We can see that we and the Resistance are the strongest, with the Initiative actually in third. The Initiative must have more habs than the Resistance, if that's the case. Yep, that's the state of the game. Oh, and the aliens now consider us at total war. Took them long enough. But yeah, so if you're watching this on YouTube, there will probably be another part up tomorrow. We are going to record one more part before I go away to help with some moving. So you can expect there to be a part up for tomorrow. If everything goes according to plan, tomorrow's, or the part from, or for tomorrow, if you're watching this on YouTube, should be from a 7-parter stream to help me get ahead. Which sort of means that if you're listening to this on YouTube, everything I'm about to say has been recorded in your past, because I should be away on vacation at this point, I think. I may, or not away to help with moving at this point, I think. It may be the very first day I'm away, but I think this is where I'll be away doing the moving. If you're watching this on Twitch, today was Terra Invicta, tomorrow is Darkest Dungeon, Tuesday is Songs of Six, Wednesday is Planet Crafter, Thursday will be when we get back to Terra Invicta. I think I will be streaming on Friday. I think I will be streaming on Saturday. I'm less sure about those 2 days because we're planning on leaving on the upcoming weekend. Whether that's Sunday, Saturday, or Friday, I don't know specifically yet. But I should at least be available until I think Thursday. And probably Friday. So that's the upcoming schedule, which, again, if you're watching this on YouTube, is probably in your past. I at this point think I am recorded far enough ahead that all of that should be in your past. So if you can't wait to watch the next part and you're watching this on YouTube, you can sneak over to the Twitch and watch the Twitch VODs. And if you're watching this on Twitch and you want to catch any of the earlier parts, they should be available on YouTube. Because the goal, of course, is to get everything uploaded and available on YouTube before they come down off of Twitch, and that's 14 days on Twitch. Just a reminder, I am streaming this live to Twitch under the username Wilcol, and uploading the local recordings in 1080p and 60 frames per second to YouTube under the username Wilcol100. And with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.